Welcome back, everyone, to my weekly Dragon Oracle card series. The Dragon card for this week, the week of August 24th, 2025, is the Omega Dragon. So these Omega Dragons, they help us to harness the divine feminine power of creation. They help us to hold our intention and our vision so that we can birth our higher consciousness. So the biggest impression that was coming through as I was pulling this card, these dragons are coming forward to help support the process that we are going through, remembering that we simply by existing as souls having a human experience, we are part of that collective consciousness. The essence of ourselves, the energy of ourselves beyond our human body exists as it always has since the beginning of time. And we all come from the same source energy. So in this way, we are part of that collective consciousness. And so as we hold our individual visions, as we hold our individual intentions, as we begin to expand creatively using that feminine power of creation to help manifest our aligned paths and purpose, these Omega Dragons are coming forward to remind us that we have that capacity to actually hold this vision and intention for humanity as well as we move into this new golden age. My name is Gia, and I am an intuitive psychic energy reader and healer, and it would be my pleasure and my honor to help clear a pathway to invite these beautiful Omega Dragons into your spiritual journey. And if you reach out to me this week, I will offer a discount for you on that reading, and we can schedule that for any time. So just going back to the impression coming through with this card, so you'll see how this Omega Dragon, you'll see here that there is this egg-shaped cosmic swirl here. So this is that reminder that often on a spiritual journey as one ascends, it sometimes feels like a journey that we're seeking for something that's external. So this is the reminder that what we are actually seeking is a return to ourselves. It's a remembering of that notion that the source energy that actually is us, that is who we are beyond that human form, that's already there. It's within us. It's not an external concept. So it's being able to shed the things that we are taught and nurtured into as being humans living in society, the concepts and constructs that define how we're supposed to live in a civilization and all of that. Yes, they serve a purpose, but what we want to be able to do is merge and mesh and meld that higher consciousness awareness that we have access to, that is us, and move that into a balanced and harmonious way that we move through our human experiences. So the Omega Dragons want to remind us that it's not something that is external that we have to reach for, that's outside of ourselves. It is within us. And again, because we all come from the same source energy, as we are holding that vision for our unique individual life purpose and path, as we harness that creative feminine energy, that divine feminine energy, as we clear the pathway to our aligned truth, we are also supporting the ascension of humanity as well in the collective conscious nature of what is true. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this manifests for me this week. If you've been watching this series, you are also aware that Spirit and the dragons have been having me look at a symbol. And in my practice, in my healing practice, symbols are a tool that you can look at to help identify energy that we might want to move out of the way, move out of our energy field if it's not aligned or useful anymore. Or symbols can also come through as affirmations. So I am going to do that now. I'm going to pause the recording and I'll take a look at a symbol that is associated with these Omega dragons for this week. And I'll be back and let you know what messages come through. Okay, I'm back. So the symbol that came through from these Omega dragons is actually it was like snowboarding. I was on a snowboard and going down that half pipe. I know nothing about this sport other than I've seen it in the Olympics and on the X Games and all that kind of stuff. So I'm on this snowboard and I'm going down this half pipe. So the message that comes through with this symbol is Spirit wants us to really just trust that all of the training that we've been doing is going to help us to get down that mountain. We just have to tip that snowboard down and go. Just go with it and know and trust that all of the training that we've put into it, all of the skills that we have built up to be able to perform this sport, we can rely on that training to help us get to the bottom of this mountain. And Spirit is also saying that, yes, this is an individual person who is on that individual snowboard and we're going down the mountain by ourselves. And yes, in that team sport, we are scored on our individuality around that, our creative ways that we decide to go down that half pipe and do the flips and turns and whatnot. But it is a team sport after all. And so the collective, the team, we can rely on the team if we should fall, if we should falter. And we may very well come across a really slick, slippery ice patch, or there might be some rough snow there that kind of, throws us for a little loop, but we've trained for this, so we're ready for it. And so this speed that comes with this sport as well is Spirit's way of saying, anticipate that acceleration of what's going on as we pull down our higher wisdom into our daily lives. So there is going to be, it might feel kind of a little bit like white knuckling it sometimes, and it's going so fast, you want to, the roller coaster is going so fast, you just want to get off. But Spirit is saying, go with it, trust your higher wisdom, trust yourself, trust your inner knowing, trust the training that you have gone through to be able to master this skill, this sport. And what we are going to be noticing is the wisdom, our higher consciousness wisdom, it's going to be coming quicker and faster. We might be feeling really strong urges and draws to a particular idea, or, being ready, feeling even more ready than you have before about manifesting a particular idea or a particular curiosity. Also the downloads, I call them downloads, when you're just maybe not even doing anything in particular, not even thinking about anything in particular, but you just seem to get some ideas that you're not even sure where they come from, or information where you're not even sure where it comes from, but it just feels like a truth or a knowing or a sense of, that makes sense. So those kind of downloads will be coming faster. So Spirit is saying, get ready. We are ready to go. We're ready to tip that snowboard down that half pipe and go. So this is really exciting. So if you have any questions, please feel free to comment. Put the question in the comment for me. If you have any comments that you want to share, please feel free to do that as well. If you have any thoughts about how last week went for you with the rainbow dragons, I'd love to hear it. And again, I am a psychic, intuitive energy reader and healer. So I, within this series, have been offering dragon card readings each week on the card that's pulled, but it could also be on any of the cards that have been pulled thus far in this series. And we can schedule that reading for any time. Reach out to me this week and I'll offer a discount on that reading. I also do just regular dragon card readings as well, and regular readings as well, individualized, of course, to you. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. I will, as usual, include the additional information as presented by Diana Cooper in her companion book. So I'll include that information about the Omega Dragons. And until next time.